Alright, so in case you've not watched the first one, go back to the first video where we talked about the overview and everything, and come back to this part too. So welcome once again to Allotech IT Consult, where we provide training for students and professionals on data analytics, Microsoft and AI stuff. So in the second part, we're going to clean the data. You realize that the event title, the department and the planned periods, all of these ones are together. Okay, yeah, so just to mention this is just a free training and a project that we are doing, an event tracker. And if you want to know more, you want to know more on Power BI, we go through the advanced concept. So here we're not going to go through all the various features like transform, add columns and the rest. We're going to do just those that pertains to this project. And you want to do more, you want to be expert in this, then I will suggest you join our 6 weeks training in Power BI or any of our courses just to know more and become more build more expertise in this. So you can check what we have in the description and you sign up to any of our courses, and trust me, you're going to have a lot of a good experience. You're going to learn more. We're going to build a lot of projects, and there's one unique thing about us. We ask what you do and where you work, and we are going to help you build projects that relate to what you do. So immediately after you finish this training, or even as you are enrolled in our 6 weeks training, you can directly practice in wherever you find yourself. So I encourage you to sign up on our 6 weeks training so that you can learn more as we are doing in this project. Now back to the project. If we select this here, we have on the transform what we call split columns. And with the split columns, this is where we want to split this into several columns, okay, based on the delimiter. And what we mean by the delimiter is this pipe, this straight line that separate the event title from the department and the plan period. So you click on by delimiter, okay, and in most cases it will detect the delimiter for you. Okay, sometimes if it doesn't detect, you see some of these ones, whether they are columns or the rest here. So because what separates our data is the custom one, you come here and you put the pipe. So if you want to put this, then we do shift, you press shift and you press this forward slash. So this is the forward slash, I mean this symbol. You press shift and you press the forward slash one. So shift on your keyboard, then the forward slash. Then we say that each occurrence of the delimiter, let this one be ticked, and now this is what you see. If you take each occurrence of the delimiter, you know the title is being splitted, the department on another column, and the plan period also another column. So I'm going to remove all the other ones here, delete, and left with the event title. Let's also come here and keep only the department. So you can just write it department, right? So this is the department, and the last one is what we call planned period. So you can write the planned period here, planned period, right? Great, and that is it. So now we have the title, department, and the planned period. And good, if you look at this, okay, we have a lot of columns, right? We have so many columns that we don't need. And some of these errors sometimes they happen, okay, if we are using the data and the data has some columns that were no named. So that's how we removed all these columns. I'm happy this error is happening. So it means that from 11, from column 10 to column 26, all of them are what now. And I think if we check the data too, good, we have a lot of now rows or blank rows also here. So I'm going to show you how to remove all these ones at a go. So now let's select those ones that we need. So select one, then you press Ctrl just put your hand on the control, then select all the ones you want. So I made a mistake. Start by selecting the first one, press the control, select the second one, press the columned label, so that is the header. Okay, press where you see the header, the department. Your hand should be on the control, then you'll be pressing them. You press, if you press anything, it won't happen. Press only the top, the organization, press. So now we have up to what, source. If you want to scroll down, remove your hand from the control and come and use this dragger. This is what we have here, this pin, to drag it and go here. Now press the control again. After I press the control, click on the lead full name, lead email, and the engagement date. So these are the only ones we need. We don't need the other columns. So on the home tab here, we see what we call the manage columns, and there is an option for remove columns. If you click on that, you see remove columns and remove other columns. Now these are the difference. If you click on remove columns, it will remove all the columns we have selected. Here we don't want to remove that. We want to remove the other columns we have not selected. So if you click on remove other columns, let's see what happens. All the other columns we didn't select, all of them are gone, and it's left with only those ones that we selected. Now you realize that you have a lot of blank rows here, and these blank rows will affect the answer that we get. So this one, don't even select anything because all of them are blank. Just go to rows, see remove rows, and remove rows. There's an option for remove what, blank rows. So these are the blank rows, and those are the rows that were blank. So now you can see that all the rows that didn't have anything are gone, and also the blank columns too are also gone. Now what are we supposed to do last here? The last thing we want to do is to change this date we have here. So if you can see the date format, you can just click on it to see as what, whole numbers, and date are not supposed to be whole numbers. Their data type must be date. So now go to the data section, yes, where you have the transform, the data type, and change the data type to what, date. And once we do that, you realize that we have each of them showing as what, date. Now what do we want to achieve? We want to have a column for engagement or event year, not the date. Okay, so now let's go here and go to the add column. So there is a new column we want to add, and these are three things we use. The column from example is there. This one we use it if we want to, let's say we want to get only the first name from this email. So we use the column from example to script content part of what we have in the column. So you can use that to get the first name and invoke columns and the rest. For this purpose, we're going to only do what we call the custom columns, and custom columns is what we are going to use to do that. Okay, so we might not even want to need a custom column since you are working with only the date. So just when you go to add columns, if it is a date function, there is a customized way we get part of a date, and this is here. So we have the age, we have the date, and the rest. So pick the year and choose that the first one here. We want to get the year from the column we have selected. So make sure you select the column first. So here we selected the date first, then we select the year. So what do we have? We have a title for year, and it gives us all the years. So I want to name it as what, event year. And now I am done with all the data cleaning that I wanted to do. Okay, so after I am done, I go to the file tab, go to the home tab. On the home tab, we have close and apply, and what close and apply does is it basically save all that we have for us. So click on close and apply, and this will save all the data we are working with, and the result will come into our Power BI. So now it is loading the data model, and all the 100 rows have been loaded successfully. So if you come here and you want to see the data, you can see them at the data pane here, and you see all your data, right? You see all the data. You can also go to this side, table view, and it gives us the table like Excel sheet, how the data look like and everything. So that's it. And this also shows us the data modeling, the model view, and that is, we have only one table, that is the sheet we have. So that is it, we don't really have any other thing here. So this also brings us to the end of what we have when it comes to the Power Query. So in the next section, we're going to build the visuals that we have here, all the visuals here. So let's meet again in the third part of this video. Thank you.